Welcome to the Lakers Spotlight. I'm your host, Justin Hoff. I'm glad you could join us today. A lot has been going on here with volleyball, women's soccer, football, and basketball from both the men's and women's teams. Let's kick off the show with volleyball. The number 4 Lakers defeated Saginaw Valley State in 4 sets to win the GLIAC Tournament Championship back on November 16th. This was the 5th time the Lakers won the GLIAC Tournament title. Also, senior setter Jamie Ashmore was named the GLIAC Tournament MVP.
Back on November 22nd, the GVSU volleyball team took on the Indianapolis Greyhounds in the Great Lakes Regional Tournament. And after the match, we caught up with them to see their thoughts on the rest of the upcoming postseason.
I just reminded them about what are we playing for. We're playing for a championship. You got to think about that with every single point. That every point matters. It's a championship point. Last year we lost in the Elite 8 in 5 games, 22-20. 1 point our way. One more dig, one more block, one more play that is made, and we could have won that and moved on to the Final Four. So just tried to, try to get them to see how important every single point was the rest of the way out.
Just remember what we're playing for, like we want to make it back to the Elite 8. We've got the championship tomorrow, so she just wanted to remind us what we're playing for and just step it up and do it. We've been practicing all year, playing all these big games. So,
but I think losing to Tech really give us a new perspective. We've been working harder at practice. We've been trying different things, but we got 4 more, so 4 more wins.
Okay, congrats on the win and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
We've been in championship situations before, so I'm going to rely on those kids that have been out there to help those that haven't been. And, it's not easy playing a team 4 times and beating them 4 times. Saginaw's playing very, very well right now. But, it is about winning a championship tomorrow and getting back to the Elite 8. So I don't think mentally we have to worry about them being ready, or emotionally I think they'll be there. We just have to keep reminding them about the game plan and what we want to do and what we want to execute.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck the rest of the way.
With as much success as the Lakers volleyball team had this season, you knew individual awards were coming. Deanne Scanlon was named the GLIAC Coach of the Year, and Daniel Alexander was named the GLIAC Player of the Year.
The Lakers were looking to punch their ticket to the Elite 8 with a victory over Saginaw Valley State in the Midwest Regional match on November 23rd. The Lakers delivered, defeating Saginaw Valley State 3-1 in 4 sets after dropping the first set to the Cardinals. This was the 7th time in the last 9 years the Lakers have advanced to the Elite 8. After the match, Whitney Tremaine was named the tournament's MVP. Then, the number 3 Lakers defeated Armstrong Atlantic in 3 sets to advance to the Final Four for the 5th time in program history and the first time since 2005. Could the Lakers go to the 2008 NCAA Division II National Championship game? Well, Concordia St. Paul had something to say about that, as the Lakers came up just short, and their season ended this past Friday in 4 sets to the Golden Bears of Concordia St. Paul. It was just the 2nd loss in the last 31 matches for the Lakers, as the Lakers ended their season with a record of 33-4. Here's an interesting stat the Lakers would like to forget about. The Lakers lost all 4 matches this season on a Friday. As for the Lakers senior class, they finished their storied careers with a record of 125-18. This included 3 regional championships and 3 trips to Elite 8, a pair of Final Four appearances in the school's first ever national championship back in 2005. As for the national championship game on Saturday night, Concordia St. Paul defeated Cal State San Bernardino in 5 sets to claim their 2nd straight NCAA Division II national championship. Now let's go to the gridiron for some Laker football. The Lakers took on Ashland in the 2nd round of the NCAA tournament on November 22nd. Would this be instant classic number 2? Let's take a look.
Well, it was an extremely cold day, but nothing was going to stop Grand Valley State and Ashland from heating things up in the highly publicized rematch of 2 GLIAC foes. Grand Valley strikes early in the first quarter as James Breschet goes 34 yards into the end zone. Lakers up 7-0 with 12:08 left in the first. Could Ashland answer? Well, not this time, as Lakers bring the blitz and Danny Richard takes down Billy Cundiff for the sack. Still first quarter, Lakers driving again. James Brezic shows some fancy footwork as he runs his way back into the end zone for 26 yards. Lakers 14, Eagles nothing. Wide receiver Joe Horn gave the Lakers bulletin board material this past week when he said GVSU was scared to play us again. Unfortunately, Mr. Horn was scared to catch the football. Second quarter now, Lakers at the 4. Brad Ichek finds John Matthews in the back of the end zone to give the Lakers 21-0 lead with 9:35 left in the second. Ashland now trying to get something going as Billy Cundiff rolls out of the pocket, but watch out, Dan Scuta's there. He knocks out the ball. Lakers recover, and Dan Scuta is going wild. Lakers total domination. Lakers led at halftime with the score 24-0. The Lakers went on to win easily 40-7 and moved on to the third round of the NCAA tournament.
Well, as you can see right there, no instant classic there as Grand Valley easily defeated Ashland in the rematch. Now let's go to the next round where the Lakers took on Minnesota Duluth.
Number 1 Grand Valley State taking on number 6 Minnesota Duluth in the third round of the NCAA tournament. Both teams entered the game undefeated and with a lot at stake on this day in Allendale, Michigan. As for GVSU students, it looks like they didn't get the memo as only about 150 of them came out. Early first quarter, Lakers have great field position as Brad Ichek drops back to pass looking for Blake Smolin down the field, but underthrows it as Cole Strilzuk is there with the pick, and he returns it out to about the 20-yard line. Now late first quarter, after a Todd Carter field goal, Ichek finds the wrong man as Clements picks it off and takes it back to the 27-yard line. This was Ichek's second interception thrown on the day. Second quarter now, quarterback Ted Schlafke drops back on the screen pass and finds running back Isaac Odom as he picks up a 16-yard touchdown. The Bulldogs of Minnesota Duluth up 7-3 with 14:54 left in the second. At halftime, the Lakers trailed 7-6, but in the third quarter, cornerback Robert Carlisle intercepts Ted Schlafke and returns it 42 yards out to the Bulldogs' 48. Defense playing good for GVSU. Late third quarter, Schlafke connects on a pass down the sidelines to DJ Winfield for a 34-yard touchdown. Bulldogs miss the extra point, now up 13-6. Now 4th and 10 for the Lakers with 2:55 left in the game. Ichek needs to find a first down, and he gets it with his man John Matthews. Lakers still alive. Now 3rd and goal for the Lakers as Ichek finds John Matthews on the fade route for the game-tying touchdown from 7 yards out with only 1:06 left in the game. The Bulldogs missed the extra point, which would cost them as Todd Carter of the Lakers made his to make it 13-all. The game would head into overtime. In the overtime period, Todd Carter pulls a kick and misses it from 37 yards out for the Lakers. Now the Bulldogs have a chance to win the game if they score, but not this time as the Lakers bring the heat and get to Schlafke to knock the ball loose. Dan Scuta picks it up for the Lakers. Scuta is pumped as he keeps his team in the game. Let's go to the second overtime. The Bulldogs with the ball from the 12-yard line as Isaac Odom makes a nice cut and gets down to the 2. On the next play, Isaac Odom goes in from 2 yards out for the touchdown to put the Bulldogs up 19-13. Bulldogs miss yet another extra point, but it didn't hurt them this time as Ichek rolls out of the pocket looking for John Matthews, but instead finds Kyle Bechtelkotter, who ends the game on this play to end Grand Valley's season. That was Ichek's 3rd interception thrown of the game, and certainly one he would like to forget about. Minnesota Duluth pulls off the monumental upset 19-13.
It was a heck of a football game. Two teams that wouldn't give up, And I think that's what certainly I'm most proud about our team is that we had a lot of things where momentum could have swung, and we didn't let it swing. We found a way. Today wasn't very pretty at times, but our defense was consistent throughout the day. They bent a little bit, but I had a hard time breaking, and offensively we made enough plays to win. So I'm extremely proud of our effort and the intensity that we showed today, and certainly a tremendous win against a outstanding opponent.
Just it's a very tough loss, obviously. Tough in a lot of respects, obviously, for your seniors, first of all, because they've had one whale of a career at 51-2, and you hate to see them go out anyways, let alone losing in overtime, and, just not cashing in opportunities when you have a chance to get points on the board. We missed 2 field goals and, had numerous other chances in the red zone to make plays on balls in the air and get the ball in the end zone. We didn't do it, so tough loss. Again, credit to Duluth. We knew going in there well coached. We knew going in there physical. They were well coached and physical today. And they were the better team today. They deserved to win. They made the plays. Obviously it was a tight game. Obviously it could go either way, but at the end of the day, they made the plays necessary to win the football game, and they deserved the victory. And it was obviously a great victory for them, and they get to move on. And unfortunately, we gotta take roll call on Monday. So.
A lot of it was my mistakes of not protecting, getting us in the right protection. And there were drop balls, but there's a lot of overthrown, underthrown, not stepping into my throw. Didn't execute at all. Credit to our defense for keeping us in the game. They did a great job. And credit to their defense. They made more plays than we did. That's the way it goes.
What did you see on the last play, the last interception?
Well, we ran that play a couple times before, and the first time we ran it, I held it, and I should have let it go quicker, and so we ran it again, and I was expecting it to be a little bit quicker. That's why I didn't hang on to it too long, and the guy happened to be right in the hole.
To be honest with you, like I say, we were in Devil. Like I say, I was just taking my whole drop, and I saw the quarterback right his eyes, and just kind of make a good break, and he threw it right at me. Knowing I have a club, I practiced it before, and right when it hit my hands, I knew I was holding on to that ball.
Has it sunk in how big of an interception?
No, I don't think it really sunk in. I mean, as a defense, we played well together, knowing I did in the last play. Like I say, it's not a big deal to me. More importantly, the defense itself is, what's carried us throughout the season.
Well, I think, this has to be the biggest win in the school's history. I mean, we've never been this far in the playoffs before. It takes us to 13-0, and I mean, really, you can't be in a better position. The winner of this game was going to be right where they wanted to be, since the start of the year, and it happened to be us today. And I think, we'll figure out how big of a win this is maybe after the year and later down the road. But, I think it was just great how everyone came together. A little adversity there at the end, but we were still able to, pull it out in overtime, and I think that says a lot about our guys.
There is Lakers star running back James Brezic, who was sitting out this game after being arrested for an off-campus altercation back on November 22nd.
I don't know that affected us mentally. It affected us a little bit personnel, obviously. I thought Blake ran very well. I mean, again, I don't think it hurt us at tailback. It hurt us a little bit at receiver because we were pulling Blake in from receiver to running back, and but I don't think that's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't think that's why Duluth beat us. I don't want anybody reading the paper that I think not having Jimmy play. Duluth beat us because they outplayed us. I'm not going to take anything away from that. I thought both teams competed very hard. I thought obviously both defenses deserved to win the game. I mean, one of the defenses was going to be sitting here feeling not very good, and not that the whole team doesn't feel very good, but both defense certainly gave their team opportunities to win the football game, and their offense made a few more plays than we did.
Grand Valley State loses today to Minnesota Duluth 19-13 in overtime. This ends a great run for the Grand Valley State seniors as they were 51-2 in their career. As for Minnesota Duluth, they advanced to the Final Four in the NCAA Division II playoffs. Reporting from Lovers Stadium, I'm Justin Hoff for the Lakers Spotlight on GVTV.
Well, this marked the first time the Lakers have lost at home, dating back to October 23, 2004 against Northwood. Some news and notes following the season. The 2008 GVSU senior class finished their careers with 2 national championships and 4 GLIAC titles. The seniors also had an astounding 42-0 undefeated record at home during regular season games. 10 Lakers earned Daktronics All-Super Region 3 honors, including 8 on the first team. Running back James Brezic, tight end John Matthews, wide receiver Blake Smolin, offensive lineman Sam Allen, center Billy Eisenhart, defensive lineman Dan Skuda, kicker Todd Carter, and punter Justin Trumbull. Quarterback Brad Ichek and defensive lineman Danny Richard picked up second-team honors. Looking ahead to next season, the Lakers return 10 starters on defense, and on offense they lose 2 tight ends and 3 starting offensive linemen due to graduation. With all that said, the Lakers will be expected to contend for another national championship during the 2009 season. As for the Division II playoffs, they continued this past Saturday. Minnesota Duluth defeated California PA 45-7, and they will meet Northwest Missouri State in the championship game. Northwest Missouri State will play in their 4th consecutive NCAA Division II National Championship game this weekend. Last season, the Lakers lost to Northwest Missouri State in the Final Four during the Division II playoffs. The 2008 NCAA Division II National Championship game can be seen this Saturday, December 13th at 1 o'clock on ESPN. Next up, let's go to the soccer field as the GVSU women's soccer team took on Wisconsin Parkside back on November 21st in the Sweet 16 of the NCAA tournament.
Number 1 Grand Valley State versus number 8 Wisconsin Parkside in the NCAA Division II Midwest Regional Championship game. It was a winter-like day in Allendale with temperatures in the low 20s, not ideal soccer weather, and scattered snow showers throughout the game. Both teams came in undefeated. Neither team got much going offensively. The only goal in the game came in the 68th minute of play when the Lakers were called for a questionable foul when Aaron Mruz and Wisconsin Parkside's Natalie Brown collided on a play. Meredith Novak made a heads-up play by catching goalie Christina Nasturzio off guard while setting up her wall to score the only goal of the game. The Lakers fought hard until the end of the game, but in the end, Wisconsin Parkside just didn't make any mistakes and ultimately played a perfect game for the 1-0 victory to advance to the Elite Eight.
First off, obviously this is, everyone says this, but give credit to Wisconsin Parkside. I thought they played very well, and they're a very good team. That's atypical. We haven't played them for a while, but that's about atypical of the style of play and the athletes he has back when 2-3 years ago when we were meeting in the tournament every year. So they're a good team. I think they have a good chance to move on. Metro's a good team as well, but they defend very hard and made it difficult for us. We had 2 teams coming in that were first and second in the country in goals against, and it looked like it. Chances were very limited. I thought we had some good chances in the first half, and then we had that breakaway to start the second half. I think it was they made more plays than we did today. And that's really how we summed it up. And but again, I think also I give our kids credit. Our kids had a great year. 23 games in a row, having to play teams twice and 3 times. So that they've had a great year, and the senior class has been fantastic. So I'm sad for them. They've set a standard that is going to be tough to reach, but it was a good game, and Wisconsin Parkside played well, and they made the one play, and we didn't.
I mean, Grand Valley State's obviously been in the Final Four the last 2 years. Coming here, we knew it would be a difficult task. However, I think the girls were well prepared for them. They've been doing it all year, and I think it was one of those that we won it on a set piece, and I believe Dave said it, that it was going to be a one-goal game, and it was.
All year, basically, I've been told to shoot the ball, stop laughing, if the goal is wide open, and I pretty much give the assist to this guy because he tells me to shoot the ball. And I had the wind at my back, so I was pretty confident in taking the free kick, and it went in.
What's Troy yelling at from the sidelines?
He just yells my name. If he yells something else, it might give it away. He just, yeah.
Joel first told them, that how proud I was of them, and that it was a great season nonetheless. And I did make a point of I think they need to give all the seniors a hug and congratulate them on the career they've had. They've been the cornerstone of what we've done here. The last 3-4 years.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun to play this year. We had a great year going undefeated, and it was tough having to play some teams twice and 3 times this year. It was a kind of tough obstacle to get over, but we had a great group of girls this year, and it was just a lot of fun. So you have to look back on the positive things in the year, for sure.
Well, as you can see right there, a very, very tough loss for the Lakers. Here are some of the latest news and notes from the soccer season. Senior forward Katie Taffler was named the College Division ESPN The Magazine Academic All-American of the Year. Taffler was also selected to the College Division Academic All-America First Team, while junior defender Natalia Stansky was named to the second team. Christina Nasturzio, Katie Taffler, and Natalia Stansky were all chosen to the Daktronics All-America First Team. As with soccer, we aren't done with it yet for this year on the Lakers Spotlight, as we will have an exclusive in-studio interview with Katie Taffler coming up next semester, highlighting her amazing career as a Laker. If you're wondering how the 2008 NCAA Division II National Championships finished up, well, Seattle Pacific won the championship this past Saturday, defeating West Florida 1-0. Lastly, congrats to all 3 GVSU varsity teams with volleyball, football, and women's soccer, all having terrific seasons. Good luck in the offseason, and we will be seeing you next year here on the Lakers Spotlight. Next up, let's go to the hardwood for the Grand Valley State's home opener for the men's basketball team as they took on Davenport on November 15th.
Former GVSU guard James Nelson hits the runner off the glass for Davenport. Davenport has a lot of familiar faces to Grand Valley with Nelson, David Thompson, and head coach Bert Paddock. Later first half, Lakers forward Toro Brown loses the ball. Mike Prisdale picks it up and finds a cutting Jared Smith for the layup. Smith is a former point guard at the University of Michigan. Then Smith finds Kaylin Morris for 3. Morris is also a transfer from Michigan. Morris finished the night with 13 points. Then center Mike Prisdale shows some toughness here, finishing the basket and drawing the foul. Prisdale converted on the 3-point play and had a game-high 19 points. Coach Rick Wesley has a lot of new faces on the roster this year, but the Lakers still have a familiar face in senior Pete Trammell, who knocks down the 3. We're here with senior Pete Trammell, known as basically the old vet on the team. Big victory tonight against Davenport. They came out, played tough in the first half. You guys took that lead out and expanded it in the second half. Talk about the game tonight.
It was a slow start coming out. Coach Paddock had those guys ready. We knew they were going to be ready from the jump. They had a lot of good shooters, and we were pretty much focusing on them the whole game. But really what killed us in the first half is they played a lot harder. They got a lot of second chance points, and we really couldn't match their intensity. Came out in the second half and kind of shorted up a little bit and played a little harder, so that was good.
I think we came in and played hard. Davenport came and played real well too. They had a good game plan for us. I think the most impressive part was just the way that we came in the second half and kind of put the game away.
All right, in the second half, you started to heat up from the three-point line. Had a couple big shots there. Obviously, your first game as a Laker, coming over from Michigan, transferring. Talk about that decision to come over here and what it's like now being a Grand Valley Laker.
I love it here. It's way better than Michigan. The reason I came here, this is the Duke of Division II. I know I'm going to win. I know I'm going to have a chance to play in the tournament and hopefully for a national championship. So far, I think we're on the right path for that.
Yeah, it's hard to say because I don't know what our team is yet. It's hard to know. Well, was that rust or I don't know. You know, we haven't been through the paces, been through the wars with them. You know, we've still really got to work on our rotation. We're trying to play a number of guys. Our substitution patterns are a little chaotic at times. It's hard to figure out who to get on the floor. Davenport changed defenses a lot, which kind of kept us on our heels, didn't allow us to get a rhythm going. So, you know, all that's part of it. We're a team in progress here. We're trying to develop. We're trying to take shape. And hopefully people will be patient with us. Hopefully we'll get to the point where we're a finely oiled machine, but I knew we weren't going to do it after one half or one game.
Right, you know, that's the thing we work on a lot in practice is just getting inside, grabbing those rebounds, and that's really important because, you know, they're really good on the offensive glass, so that was one of our, you know, main things. Got to stop their offensive boards. Even on the defensive end, you know, us being in offense too, crashing those boards, getting the second chance points, you know, converted a lot of fouls, a lot of free throws. I think we had a total of 36 free throws. So we got to the line, we were able to put them down, and I think it really helped out.
How about that arc on your free throw shot? Obviously, that's not everybody has the arc like you do, but you put it way up there. But hey, if it goes in, it goes in.
You know, just something I learned growing up. The higher you get it, the more chance it goes in. So, you know, luckily it worked today, and let's hope it works the rest of the season.
Okay. Talk about Coach Burt Paddock. Obviously, there are a lot of familiar faces on that Davenport sideline. You have James Nelson, who transferred over there. David Thompson, who's ineligible right now, but over there, and Coach Paddock. Seeing some of your old members over there, what's that like?
Right. I mean, definitely was a meaningful game. And Coach Paddock, he's a great guy. James, David, good guys, and you know, it meant a lot to us. And you know, they're having a good year, so we went to show them. Too bad for leaving Grand Valley, really. So it was a good win for us.
Coach Paddock did so much for our program and is such a big part of what we continue to do. And he's gone over there and taken the you know, the Grand Valley attitude over there, and he's really got those guys going. And as you mentioned, a couple of the players have been part of our program, and I'd have been disappointed in those guys if they didn't come in here with a lot of fire. So, you know, all those things factor into a game and factor into how it turns out. But it doesn't surprise me already. I think they're going to have a great season, and now that we've completed our game with them, they'll have no bigger fan in West Michigan than I am, but I certainly wanted to get this one under our belt.
Well, since then, the Lakers have went 5-1 with victories over Lake Erie, St. Joseph's of Indiana, Indianapolis, Ferris State, and Tiffin. GVSU's only loss came at the hands of Ashland this past Saturday, 68-67 down in Ohio, as Ashland guard Brett Wackerly hit a game-winning jumper with 2.9 seconds left in the game to seal the upset. The Eagles snapped the Lakers' 6-game winning streak. The Lakers are now 6-1 overall and 2-1 in the GLIAC. Let's take a look at the standings in the GLIAC North Division after 7 games for the Lakers. As you can see, the Lakers are tied atop the conference with Ferris State at 2-1. Lake Superior State has yet to win a game in the GLIAC, but it's early, so these standings could change quite a bit over the next month. The Lakers have 3 home games, then they go on the road for a 3-game tilt. 5 of the 6 games are GLIAC opponents, with the only exception being Marygrove. We will see how the Lakers respond from their first loss of the season during this stretch.
Now let's switch over to women's basketball. Opening day for the Lakers as they take on St. Joseph's of Indiana on November 15th. The Lakers are a very young team this year with 8 freshmen on the roster, 3 of whom started on this day for GVSU. Point guard Jasmine Padine, shooting guard Emma Veach, and small forward Maddie Burnett. In the first half, 5'11" forward Kim Weingard knocks down a 3-pointer to put the Lakers up 12-7 early on. Later in the half, Weingard bobbles the ball only to find a cutting Kara Crawford who lays it in for the basket. How about Weingard as she makes a nice bounce pass to Maddie Burnett, who finishes on the fast break. Lakers getting out and running as Veach goes to Crawford, then Crawford makes a cross-court pass to Kelly Kretz, who knocks down the triple. The Lakers were leading at halftime 41-20. Coach Janelle Burgess had to like the performance of her player, the first win of the season for GVSU.
We're here with Janelle Burgess, coach of the Grand Valley State women's basketball team after their victory today, 77-43 over St. Joseph's of Indiana. Talk about the game today.
You know, it was just fun to see all our team finally get out there and play in a game that actually counted and play together, and to see some very good things occur as we continue to grow with our 8 new freshmen and only bringing back as 6 veterans. So we had some good assists, some good offensive rebounds, good shot attempts, and got some few things to cut down in our turnover area and so forth, but there were a lot of great things to build on.
You talk about that young team. You started 3 freshmen today. You know, anytime a team starts 3 freshmen, you're going to have a lot of learning curves there and some mistakes. How do you get through that as a coach?
You know, I think we just continue to do what we do. We expect them to be very, very good. We expect them to not play like freshmen at this point in time because we have no time for that. And our youngins have really done a good job of being led by our upperclassmen with our only few that we have, but Kim's done a great job as our only senior leading us. And then, you know, we'll get Biz back in that lineup. She had a concussion today, so she'll start again, and we'll only start 2 true freshmen probably the rest of the year. But it's just great to see them come in and play with some confidence and some calmness that not every freshman would probably be able to do.
I say if we keep staying together, the season will go really well. This first game was a good test to us, and I think it gave the freshmen kind of get their feet wet, see what college basketball is all about since we are so freshman-dominated on our roster. So I think it was a good transition game.
Yeah, Kim's been a great leader. She's really good at communicating stuff and just helping us keep our heads up when we make mistakes because it's bound to happen as freshmen. So,
today's game was wonderful. Of course, it was our first game. You know, opening up to the Grand Valley staff and Grand Valley University, but I think we did pretty good. I mean, we got to work on our turnovers, and, you know, we did a pretty good job rebounding, but as a team, we all came together, you know, made it work.
Obviously, we want to be successful. We want every game to get better, and we want to see this young team not actually have to rely on saying that we're young, that we look like we're very experienced and that we've got a lot of good things rolling for us. And obviously, our biggest goal is to be playing very well in March, and when we get to that conference season December 4th or December 1st, actually feel like we've, you know, got 4 games under our belt and we're ready to go.
All right, thanks, Coach, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Since the opener, the Lakers have went 4-2 with victories over Lake Erie, Kentucky Westland, Tiffin, and Ashland. The Lakers have lost to Drury in the championship game of the Drury tournament down in Springfield, Missouri, and lost to Ferris State to open up the GLIAC season. Let's check out the current GLIAC standings in the North Division after 7 games for the Lakers. Lakers sit at 5-2 overall and 2-1 in the GLIAC. The season is young, though, so expect some changes as the season wears on. But the Lakers are currently 2nd in the North Division. Leading the Lakers in scoring after 7 games is Emma Veach with 12.7 points per game. Veach is from nearby Grand Haven High School. Second on the team in scoring is Kim Weingard with 11.9 points per game. As for Veach, she was named the GLIAC North Division Player of the Week in late November as well. What's ahead for the Lakers? Well, let's take a look inside the women's upcoming schedule. The ladies take on the same teams as the men. The ladies currently have a 2-game winning streak going, and we will see if they can build on that over the next couple games. Looking ahead to future episodes, we promise some great coverage. Expect a new show every 2 weeks next semester. The sports we will be covering are men's and women's basketball, men's and women's hockey club teams, softball, and baseball. The shows will run all the way until the end of April. Also, we are going to have special in-studio guests throughout the next semester. Katie Taffler from the women's soccer team, Daniel Alexander from the volleyball team, football players like quarterback Brad Ichek and linebacker Brad Howard, and many more to come. It's going to be fun for me, and I hope you at home enjoy watching and stay tuned throughout the year here on the Lakers Spotlight on GVTV. If you have any questions or comments, email us at lakerspotlight@gmail.com. You can watch the Lakers Spotlight on Channel 10 here at Grand Valley or on the web at lakerspotlight.blogspot.com. For everybody here at the Lakers Spotlight, I'm Justin Hoff. As always, thanks for watching, and go Lakers.